Nickcole Byrd, hello. You are speaking with the Twins of Media, Trisha and Tasha. We are twin sisters, of course, and we will announce ourselves during the course of the interview so that it makes it a little easier for you. Yes. And to our listening audience, Nickcole, you are a grief and wellness coach with a great passion and zeal to see women live their lives in what you coin as complete wholeness. So we welcome you on the call, and we'll start with our first question, okay?
Sure, let's go with it.
All right.
Nickcole, this is Trisha. So as the founder of 700 AD, After Death, you focus on creating spaces for women who can receive community and emotional support to heal and recover. Tell us about the importance of your work.
Well, I would say in the moment that we're in, it's very important. I would also say that there has been a community of people, of women who have been grieving the major loss of a loved one, of a spouse, and now the world has been invited into that space of grieving. And so what we find, though, if grief goes unchecked, then there's a space where we can transition into a space that we call depression. And so my work as a grief coach is to remind those that are grieving is that grief is a very natural response to a major loss of a loved one, but we must actively participate and make a decision to heal. And so that work comes from me connecting with women who otherwise may not have access to the knowledge, the community, and the emotional support.
Wow, Nickcole, that is really awesome. This is still Trisha. So, and speaking about that, tell us about your book, The Widow's Oil, and how did you find the strength, Nickcole, to write it during your time of grief?
You know, I was asked that question the other day just about the strength and my pathway in grief. And it's what I mentioned earlier. To bottom line it, Trisha, is I made a decision to heal. I made a decision to heal. I made a decision that I was going to deal with all of the emotional traumas that I experienced for the loss of my husband. I made a decision that I was going to actively participate by allowing those that love me to support me. I made a decision to intentionally allow my faith community to minister to me in my process. And then, of course, I employed two powerful elements in my life, and that's prayer and therapy.
That's amazing. And also, too, Nickcole, before Latasha asks her question, I want to ask you, what has been one of your greatest challenges in the grief coaching, not only for other people, but during your process of grieving as well, if you want to share that with us?
I think one of the greatest challenges, I would say, was also a greatest learning opportunity for me, because I believe that grief can really be transformative if you allow it to. And what I mean that even though I was disappointed and broken, right, there's an opportunity that I can leverage and grow from it. And one of the things that I really learned in the process is the challenge that there are many people who are very, I don't want to say uneducated, but don't have the capacity or the compassion to allow people to grieve in a safe space. And so for many that are grieving, it is hurtful when those that are close to them or people they've known for years check out and tap out when the person is expressing their emotional feelings that they're having through the grief process. And so I had to really understand that many people either don't have the capacity or the compassion to allow me to be who God is allowing me to be in a safe space, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's some good stuff. Thank you for sharing that.
Nickcole, this is Tasha, and you touched